Hey, what's up, traders? Trader Tim from E-mini Mind. Today's October 19th, 2015, bringing you another Monday market analysis. The first thing that I want to dive into today is a break of the 61.8 on the ES short. That's that big short that we've been holding at the 1982s. Had a couple of tests, a couple of nice sell-offs from that 1982 level, but then last week, we talked about how we started to roll over, and this rollover was looking good. We had an inverted hammer, a sell-off the following day, broke lows, and started to drift lower. We actually closed nice and at lows on the day. And then the last couple days, Thursday, Friday, and today, Monday, we have since rallied, broke Thursday's high, broke the prior swing high, and then broke out of the 61.8. So, in the meantime, I'm not going to project too far out here, but in the very, very short term, this week, maybe next week, I would think we would get up here to the 2040 level. And if I go to a 15-minute chart, we'll be able to see this a little bit clearer. We had a 15-minute long from lows to highs. This is Thursday. What I did was mark the high. So this is the inverted hammer day here. This is the sell-off day, and so I marked the high at 2,175, and I wanted to see a break of that, and so that would be a break above the high of the low bar in the pullback. So let me flip over. That is this bar here, a break above the high of the lowest bar in this pullback as a, look for the shift in momentum. And you'll notice we had a nice big body candle on that day as well, Thursday of last week. So we oftentimes what will happen when we get these reversals is we go right into an extension, and that's exactly what happened. We had a pullback into the 50. That was dirty. The 512 setup that occurred here wasn't the greatest setup, so if you missed it, that's okay. But then we went into an extension. You notice we broke the negative 23, broke right through the 61.8, meaning we just pushed really hard in one direction. So rather than getting a full retracement for the next move from lows to highs, we draw from highs to highs, and that gives us the extension, and that's what we've been in today. The target just a little bit higher at 2029s. I think we get there and then continue on to the 2040 level right there. So whether we pull back into a traditional and kind of take us up there, we may see something along those lines, but I'm not only looking at the short term at this point because the chart is now broken. We've got some resistance, a lot of resistance above us, so there's going to be a lot of choppiness in this, we'll call it 2020 to 2040 window. So be cautious, but attack the short term trades. On the euro, it was a pretty slow day, and I just wanted to highlight a concept when we have 15-minute and the 512 lining up. So if we go back earlier today, we had a full 50% retracement from highs to lows on the day, and then if I zoom in, so we traded at the 50, sold off, broke the little swing low, rallied. We only got a 1-bar rally, but we did rally, and the entry 1340 was the 50, so rounding or just adding a tick down or subtracting a tick, if you will, 139.39s was the entry that ended up being the actual high in the pullback. Sometimes you get lucky and we get what's called a magic fill, meaning the market comes down or comes up into your price, touches your price exactly and fills you. Other times it sits on your order and you don't get filled, and it's just the luck of the draw, so to speak. But that was a 15-minute setup that we traded the 512 following the 15-minute setup. So you see the entry on the 15-minute, take the first 512 after that. Break of the swing low, a nice leg lower. We broke the opposing 50%. So there's a lot of things lining up. So that's how you can kind of use the confluence of multiple time frames while you're looking at the same setup to get into the trade. And then after that, we did drift lower, but it was just kind of chop the rest of the day. So that's what I'm looking at right now on the ES and the Euro. Should be a little bit back and forth, range bound for a while here on the ES, just because there's so much congestion above us. There's going to be a lot of pulling back and forth from the bulls and the bears. Plus, we do have some more earnings announcements coming out, so I would expect a lot of red bar, green bar, kind of like back here, where you get a lot of this price action, not a nice clean trend up or clean trend down. Just a few days up, few days down, big body up, big body down, a couple, spinning tops and things in the mix. So it makes for a good environment for day trading, but just be very cautious in the bigger picture. So we will talk to you next week. As always, if you have questions, tim@eMiniMind.com. For those who submitted the survey, I really appreciate it. Got some great feedback on what's the most helpful, what's not being perceived as helpful. So I hope to kind of roll out some new things that will be more on the additionally helpful side, or continue to do more of what's working and less of what's not as helpful. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next week.